Here inside the Cherokee Speedway. You're watching live coverage here this afternoon, huntthefront.tv. We will allow our heat race number one cars to make their way onto the speedway, and we will give you this afternoon's starting lineups. All heat races this afternoon here inside the Cherokee Speedway, 8 laps the distance. The top 4 finishers will advance to tonight's main event, the $15,000 payday. Carolina Class Super Late Models here today. Featured number 421 in 26 years of blue-collar grassroots racing here inside the Cherokee Speedway. We're also live on Facebook and YouTube. Thank you for joining us. Here is this afternoon's starting lineups for VP Heat Race number 1. Outside row number 4, the 57Z, that is Landon Zakalowski on the inside. Out of Mount Airy, North Carolina, driver number 55, that is Benji Hicks. Outside row number 3, the 23 of Becca Malone, and to his inside, the 33 of Banjo Duke. Outside row number 2, the B8 of Steve Banal. On to his inside, that will be Luke Morey in the number 49. And on the front row here this afternoon, VP Racing Heat Race number 1. On the outside, the Rock Hill Bad Boy, driver number 16, that is Ben Watkins. And today's fast time qualifier out of Bakersfield, California, the 74X, that is Ethan Dotson. He will bring us to green. Slow, steady pace, rolling down the back straightaway. It is heat race number 1, again brought to you in part by VP Racing right here inside the Cherokee Speedway. You'll see the cars here in heat race number 1. They making their way down the front straightaway here right there on your TV screen. We will be going green next time by. So again, it will be 8 laps the distance. The top 4 cars will advance. The front row consists of the 16 of Ben Watkins, and to his inside, today's fast time qualifier, that is Ethan Dotson in the 74X. They're side by side, slow, steady crawl down the back straightaway here at Cherokee, door to door and Hoosier to Hoosier as we get ready to go green flag. Heat race number 1 brought to you in part by VP Racing here at Cherokee. Slow, steady pace, green flag in the air. We are underway. Good start there for the 74 of Dotson. But Ben Watkins right there with him, tries it on the high side. They're almost 3 wide coming off of turn number 2. Watkins gets the advantage in the run off of the back straightaway. He'll go down to the bottom of the racetrack. He will make it down the front straightaway. Lap number 1 goes to Ben Watkins. Dotson second. There's a battle for that third spot. Luke Morey and Banjo Duke into 33. A gaggle of cars right there battling for second, third, and fourth. Watkins out front off of turn number 4. We'll give him lap number 2 as well. 2 down, 6 to go. The top 4 will advance right here at Cherokee. Right there on your screen. Banal working the bottom of the racetrack, trying to reel in Banjo Duke in the 33. He'll bring the 49 of Morey with him into turn 3 and 4. They will all make it through clear. Watkins still your race leader right here at Cherokee. Watkins brings this field off of turn number 4. Dotson drove it really, really deep and hard down into turn number 4. He's trying to reel in the 16 of Ben Watkins. Watkins is first in points for 2025. If he can win the points here, that'll be a 3-time championship deal for him. He did it in 2015 and also in 2023. Watkins out front, and the battle brewing right there on the back straightaway for that third spot. That's Banjo Duke and Steve Banal. They're side by side. Popsicle sticks are out. 2 laps to go here for heat race number 1. From the drop of the green flag, it's been all the Rock Hill Bad Boy, that Wesley Page Longhorn, number 16, Ben Watkins. White flag in the air, this time at the stripe. Voice of Victor Lane Podcast, final lap of the heat race here. Brought to you in part by VP Racing. Watkins out front, followed by Ethan Dotson, Banjo Duke, Steve Banal, and Luke Morey. That will round out your top 5. Watkins brings it off of turn number 4. Checker flag will fly. We'll give VP Racing heat race number 1 to Ben Watkins. Dotson finishes second. Banjo Duke, Steve Banal, and rounding out the top 5, that will be Luke Boy. However, the top 4 are the ones who will transfer. So that would be Ben Watkins, Ethan Dotson, Banjo Duke, and Steve Banal. We're going to go send it down to Hunter Jordan with heat race winner number 1, Ben Watkins. Hunter, take it away.
Waiting for Ben Watkins to get the helmet off here. Pretty dominating heat race 1 win. Ben Watkins, no stranger to success here in the Carolinas. Ben, so far so good. You've made a lot of good laps around this place. What's it going to take to get it done here this evening?
Yeah, definitely making the right adjustments right here. Track's definitely, obviously a lot different for this day race. Yeah, we're just going to go to work on it, see what we can do. Got to say hey to my wife and kids at home for, watching. Thank you for all the people coming out. We're going to see what we can do in the future here.
Ladies and gentlemen, your heat race 1 winner. Give it up for Ben Watkins.
All right, here is your lineup for heat race number 2, brought to you in part by VP Racing. Row number 4, 27 of Brian Mullis. On the outside of row 3, Michael Marlowe. To his inside, that is John Henderson. Outside row number 2, the 57 of Zach Mitchell. To his inside, Leighton Sullivan. And on the front row, the 18P of Greg Parton. And bringing us a green, it'll be Fergie time. The 22 out of Mount Holly, North Carolina Stinger chassis, Chris Ferguson. Slow, steady crawl through turn 3 and 4. We're at the start zone. Green flag in the air. VP Racing heat race number 2 underway. Here inside the Cherokee Speedway, Gray Parton takes a look on the top shelf. Not working, but good momentum going down the back straightaway. Ferguson out to the early lead. Right there on his rear bumper, that 18P Longhorn of Parton Lumber Company. But lap number 1 will go to Chris Ferguson, followed by Parton, Leighton Sullivan, and Zach Mitchell. Top 4 will transfer. Again, 8 laps the distance. Here in heat race number 2, brought to you in part by VP Racing. Ferguson with about a 4-car length working down the back straightaway in that 22 out of Mount Holly, North Carolina. But now business picking up right there through 3 and 4, a battle for the second spot. Parton in the 18B right there, right with him. That is the 2 of Sullivan, Leighton Sullivan. Ferguson walking away from the field here during this heat race number 2. But right behind him, business picking up. Sullivan looks down on the bottom of the racetrack coming off of turn number 2. He'll have the advantage. They're side by side, door to door down the back straightaway. That is Sullivan on the inside and Parton on the outside. Sullivan will clear him through 3 and 4. Will he take the second spot at the stripe? Yes, he will. Sullivan now in second, followed by Greg Parton. Zach Mitchell making his presence known. He won the Blue-Gray 100 right here a few weeks ago. In the 57, he's trying to make up ground. Maybe he can get down and get under Greg Parton. He's taking a look off of turn number 4. Parton will clear him, but we're still there. He is in 4th, but one more time around. We've got 2 laps the distance here. Popsicle sticks are out. The white flag will fly. This time by for Ferguson in the 22. Now, here we go for that 3rd spot. He will stay right there in 4th because he's guaranteed into the big show. If we get around here one more time with the white flag out, Parton pulls Mitchell down the back straightaway in the 18. Mitchell goes down to the bottom of the racetrack. They're door to door as they get to the exit of turn 4. Chris Ferguson will be heat race number 2 winner, followed by Leighton Sullivan. Gray Parton makes it in the show. He'll be 3rd, followed by the 57 of Kid Quick. That is Zach Mitchell in the 57. What a fierce battle for the last 4 laps right there between Zach Mitchell and Gray Parton. Parton holds him off. So what we'll do now, we'll allow Chris Ferguson to make his way down into the pit area here by the scales, and we'll go get a word with Hunter Jordan with heat race number 2 winner as Chris Ferguson makes his way through the hot pit area right here at Cherokee. And he'll take the left turn toward the scales, and we will get a quick word with him. From the drive of the green flag, it was all Chris Ferguson in heat race number 2. Let's go to Hunter Jordan with a word with Chris Ferguson. Hunter, take it away.
Going to give Fergie a second here to get the car shut down, get the helmet off. Right now, still sitting pretty good in the point standings with the Cherokee Chief Series. No stranger to Cherokee Speedway victory lane here. I know this is one that he has had circled on his schedule, had a good connection with Freddie. Well, Chris, I know this one here tonight is an important one for you. How motivated is this 22 team to get it done after a heat race win?
Yeah, we feel really good. I mean, love to win this race for Freddie and Jeff and Zach and the whole Smith family. You know, Freddie was one of my heroes, so if we can go out here and win the first one, that'd mean a lot to us. But thanks to all my crew for all the work this whole weekend. My family, my wife, my sponsors, fans, everybody. Just hopefully we can put on a show for 50 laps.
Ladies and gentlemen, it's Fergie time. Give it up for Chris Ferguson.
All right, race fans, here's your lineup. Heat race number 3 brought to you part by Hoosier Race Tire. In the 4th row, all alone, Josh Harris. Outside row number 3, Adam Yarborough to his inside, Clay Knight. Outside row 2, the 00 of Jeff Smith to his inside, Trent Ivan. On the front row, it's Jeremy Steele in the 22 and the 06. Christian Thomas will bring us to green right